Hi everyone, and welcome to this interview where I am speaking to Sharan, who has just completed my 28-day program. And Sharan, I know you're actually going to inspire and motivate so many women to actually take that first move to look after themselves. So Sharan, just as we begin the interview, could you just share a few words on, what motivated you, what made you really want to now, see a change in yourself?
Hi, Sujata. Right. So my main reason for reaching out to you was I think I'd become quite frustrated, um, more so this year where I was putting on weight every time I stand on the scales and I just see it going up and I'm trying things. So my main thing I was following a Joe Wicks program and it's got diet in it as well as exercise. Exercise wasn't my issue. It was my food. And it just wasn't working. The weight was still going on. More so, I don't think it was necessarily his program. I think I just didn't click with the program. I didn't have basic understandings of, when to eat, how to eat, even though, the recipes are there to follow, but I just didn't click with it. So I got to a point where I was just like, no, I've got to do something. I'm just gone over I'm just mid-40s and I don't want to be overweight later on in life. I just want to be healthy and look better in my clothes. And I certainly didn't want to buy clothes another size up.
That is so true what you've said. Nobody wants to be buying clothes a size up. What we want to do is to buy nice clothes that we really love wearing, but we don't want to be spending this money buying clothes that, we don't necessarily want even in our wardrobe. So Sharan, as you've completed the 28-day program, can you just share what benefits and how your life has improved after doing it, whether it's physical changes you've seen or just things from inside yourself as well that you've seen come through?
Firstly, what struck me was how simple it was. It's not complicated. And how much more food I was actually eating and the portions. I think portion size, I've got to admit, I'm eating a lot more and three structured meals, but it's incorporating vegetables in it. And wow, my plate is just huge. And, when you look at it, I wouldn't have eaten that, 28 days prior, so that was definitely not what my food plate looked like. So for me, I think that was one of the big things that struck me that, okay, do you know what? You can actually eat more because previously, I've put on weight after having kids. My eldest now is 21. And after having them, I think when I was in my 30s, I put on weight. And the only way I lost weight back then, I had a very active role, so I was on my feet all day. I ate restrictive calories when I was calorie counting using a particular app. So I wouldn't go past a certain point. So if I was going to go past it, I would start feeling guilty. So I didn't have a very good relationship with food. I didn't understand it. All I just understood was numbers, not really looking at what's going in my body. So I could have been eating not great food, but as long as I hit those numbers, I was like, oh yeah, it's fine. Okay, I can't eat beyond this point. So what I've learned now is you can eat healthy, balanced meals, tasty as well, and feel happy and satisfied. And that is what I think really the penny dropped for me then that, oh wow, it's not that hard. I think there's so much information out there that it can get overcomplicated. And I think where you simplify things and you really push it back and just really make it simple, I think like you said, I think at the beginning in one of our calls, you can take that with you wherever you go. Now that will stay with me for a very long time because forever, hopefully, looking at a plate of food, how to balance it and how it should look. And my plates never looked ever so colourful, to be honest. And I've never eaten so much and also still lost weight. So that was a major thing for me because this year where I've tried to lose weight, it's not happened. And with this program in 28 days where I had lost weight, I was just like, oh, it does work. And at the beginning, when I first started, I probably was a little bit like, oh, I've done X, Y, Z. I don't know if this is going to work. Let's see what's going to be different. But I knew I needed to do something. So, that's why I reached out to you. And for me now, it's like, I wish I'd done it earlier.
That is so true that there are often many doubts we have. Will something even work? Especially because you've tried so many things in the past that haven't worked. So you fear it's going to be another failure, which just leaves you feeling frustrated. What I wanted to touch on was what you said earlier on calorie counting, where people often think, let me go into calorie deficit and I'm going to lose weight. but they're not eating the right types of food. And what you've done this time round is actually done it while feeling more satisfied. You said you're eating more and you've lost weight and you're actually enjoying the foods that you're eating as well. So Sharan, can you just share with everyone how much weight have you lost while doing this program?
I lost 4 pounds, which I was really like shocked about.
And you lost 4 pounds while eating more food. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and I'm just sharing some pictures of some of the meals that Sharan's been eating. Sharan, so apart from the weight loss, have you seen other benefits come through into your life since you started the program, whether it's your energy or your moods or your digestion? What else have you seen improve because of the changes you've made?
My knowledge definitely on food and understanding food and my relationship with food has definitely changed. Before, I probably would reach out for that sweet treat in between because I wasn't obviously eating properly or a balanced meal. I don't have that now. 28 days ago, that wasn't me. I would have been snacking during the day and, and also now the meal planning prep, because I know in the morning, I know I want to make sure I've got a balanced lunch. I would make that at breakfast, like I made my breakfast, I'll eat that, then I'll sort my lunch out because I know for my lunchtime, I want to go for that half an hour walk. I've actually started to plan and, just sorted out things so that I can make sure I look after myself.
Perfect. Last question, actually. How did you find Diwali? Did you find, yes, you could find a balance between having your mithai and your samosas and pakoras? Like, did you feel you were more mindful and you could still enjoy Diwali this time around?
Do you know what? That is a good question. Yes, I was definitely more mindful about what mithai I was eating. There's still some in the fridge, and normally by now I would have picked on that, and I haven't done that. I think it's just having a good relationship with food, which I've definitely now developed.
So enjoying treats guilt-free. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sharan, for doing this interview. When you had that discovery call with me, I remember telling you that when you finish the program, I'd love for you to do an interview with me, sharing your own results and becoming an inspiration and motivation to others. And that's exactly what you're doing right now. And I know your story, your results are going to encourage other women who want to see a change and are feeling stuck to make that first move.
Oh, you're most welcome. And no, thank you to you because, you've definitely made it look and worked really well. And I think just your guidance and just having that conversation and just having that accountability definitely set you up. And I think that's what other people definitely, if you're thinking about it, I would say do it because, yeah, I mean, I remember our conversation, you said, like you could wait till next year, but you're still going to come to this point. And you were absolutely 100% right. I would have left it. And then I would have gone past Christmas, New Year, and then I would have got fed up. And then I was like, why didn't I start it back then? So now I'm already set up for it. And hopefully I can carry on with this and start the new year healthy.